Hey. Yo, what's up? This is Joe from Jay's Innovation Garage in the Peach Capital with a state, baby. All right, boys and girls, let me turn this thing. I was trying to see, so I downloaded the app for this DJI, and I was gonna see if I could go live in the app, but I waited too long to try to figure it out. So, what's up, 87? What's popping? All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Let me grab my water, and then new tool alert. I ain't gonna be on here long. New tool alert. New tool alert. New tools. Can't never have enough tools, boys and girls. Can't never have enough tools. Can't never. What's poppin'? Let me walk down into the basement. I wish I had a basement. There was water on there. All right, boys and girls. Like I say, I got this DJ stick, and I wonder if you can go live. So my iPhone is on this DJ stick. I wonder if you can go live through the DJ app, so you can put the face tracking on there where you move. It goes, what's cracking, cackalaking? Let's see. This thing's got a daggone joystick on it. Hold on. What y'all think about that? Man, I never tried to go. So good. No, what I got. Are you on it? No, I'm on the stick. Here, let me show you. Let me show you what I got. Hold on. I got that. The stick. And then there's a magnet on the, yeah, so I got this. So if you link it to the app, there's a stick right there. If you link it to the app, you can open up and you can put it on face recognition, and it makes your phone trace your face. Oh, shit. Hold on, let me put it back on the camera. All right, hold on. See? Bam. See, I can run the little joystick. See that? Look. But 87, but when you hook it up, so when you hook it up to the app, like if you open up the DJI app, you can click, the app opens up and you got record and everything. And you can hit face recognition and I can move and my phone will fall in my face. So, and then you can double click this and it rotates the phone. Oh, cool, it tracks you. Yeah, through the app. Now, it's not doing it right now because I'm on YouTube app, but I'll look at it more tonight, but yeah. Look, Ma, no hands. Look, Ma, no hands. Hold on. Hold on a second. Look, Ma, no arms. All right, so let me get a little, all right. So we're gonna cover two things. New tool alert. So now I'm gonna try to do something a little different. I'm gonna pull this thing up like here, and I'm going to do it like that right there. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do that. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a new tool. Mastercool, world-class, universal hydraulic flaring tool set with GM transmission cooling line, dies, and adapters. Yes, sir. No more shitty ass brake lines. No more. No. I washed my face. No more of brake lines leaking because of crappy lines that I get and nothing like that. Y'all look at this. Look. Look at this. Look at that, boys and girls. Master tool. Master tool. All your brake lines, all your transmission lines, all your fuel lines, everything. Cooling lines, transmission lines. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so then what I'm gonna do is let me bring y'all back down. Let me bring y'all back down. Hold on. Let me bring y'all back down. And let me take y'all for this thing right here. Let me show you. Look here. So you got double flare, 3/16, quarter, 5/16, 3/8, ½ inch, 5/16, and 3/8. And then you have GM trans cooling line. And then you have push connect forming lines. Then you have metric bubbling flares, 4.75, 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. So when you get those A&N fittings where you want to slide the fitting on the A&N, you want to put the knurl on there so you can go from hard line to A&N fitting, you can do that now. So this is how this works. Man, and it's all hydraulic. So man, I am super excited about this. So let me show you how this works. So let's say we was gonna do a 1/4 inch double flare, right? So what you do is, it'd be a good time to put that thing back on the handheld, wouldn't it? So take this right here and you put that in there like this. Now I gotta order some nickel line. Boy, this is gonna make the brake lines on this and the fuel lines so nice, so nice. How nice? So nice. All right, so this is the way this works. You open that bad boy up like so, and then you put, so this right here will be inverted 45, right? Put that in there like that, okay? And then you run your hard line up in there. This right here is your bump stop. You see that right there? All right? So what you do is you take this right here and you drop that down, and that's the bump stop. So when I run my hard line through there and it hits the bump stop, then I know not to go no further. And then I tighten this down like so. Get a little snug. Raise this up, and then the line will be sticking out like that. And then you come over here and you get the 1/4 inch. You get this one right here, the 1/4 inch. And you drop it down. Well, hold on a second. You need the hands-free thing, Jay. Just hold tight. Let me show you. Hold tight. Let me get back where I'm at. Ha ha! All right. Now we look, Ma, no hands. So then you run this out. You take this right here. You put a little bit of grease on the end of this. You don't want to go in there dry. Nobody likes it dry. All right. Then you take this right here, and you turn this, and you make sure that that little nipple goes into the line. And then once it gets seated, then you take this right here and you, until it seats. Then when it seats, you open the valve. You screw it back. All right, you get it back out of the way. So that right there, that puts the inverted flare, right? So when you get done with that, then you grab your cone, you grab your little cone, you drop it in there like so. You run it back up, and then that gives you your double flaring. That gives you double flare. Now, make sure before you do that, make sure you put your little end on there, because if you don't do it, then you're going to have to cut it all back loose. So, this right here is a game changer. This right here is a game changer. So this thing right here will do 45 inverted. It'll do flaring and double flares. It will do transmission lines. It will do fuel lines. It will do the connections on the end where, let's say you wanted to put the nut of an A&N fitting, and you was going from a hard line to an A&N fitting, and you had a rubber hose or whatever, then you could put that on there, and then you could go from A&N fittings to whatever fittings you need. This right here is the cat's, oh yeah. So, yep. So this right here is, I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if that's backwards. If that's backwards, it's a Mastercool. Part number is 72485. That's probably backwards. It's a universal hydraulic flaring tool set with a GM transmission cooling lines and die adapters. That's what this is. This right here is the cat's Moyow, boys and girls. And it's hydraulic. There ain't no more of that bull crap with them cheap ass damn fittings. There's the warranty card. You gotta fill that bad boy out. Yeah, them ones you have to, yeah, man. So man, this is the new tool alert. So, man, I'm excited. Oh, here's the cutter. Here's the little cutter. there's a cutter. You put your pipe in there and you. Yes, Scoot. Yes, Scoot. This thing is so much. Now, daggone it, I took it out of that hole. There we go. There we go. Man, I need to go to Harbor Freight. Yeah, that's nice. I need to go to Harbor Freight and get me another push buggy so I can put these specialty tools in and get them out of that other cart. So, yeah, that right there is, this right here is, and it says made and or assembly in the USA with foreign and domestic parts. So that's a big word like mayonnaise saying that it was made in China, but we assembled it here in the United States. So, man, we got 11 people in here and 11 thumbs up. Man, I really appreciate that. Anybody got anything you want to talk about? I'm not going to be on here long. I done been on here 3 or 4 times tonight. Yeah. What else? What else we got going on tonight? I see Tulu's at a comedy show. Built on a Budget is down there at the beach with that dog that's testing the physics of that little rope. Where did I pick this up at? Amazon. You can get it at Amazon. The part number is, oh, I told y'all wrong. The part number is 72485- Paul Romeo Charlie. Oh, right here. I got it right here. The rubber part is designed so you can put. I ain't putting nothing rubber in my mouth, Scoot. Ain't happening. This? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mouth and rubber. That you can't even say that in the same damn sentence. Mm-mm. Well, I'll go watch it, 95. I didn't see it, buddy. I apologize. I'll go watch it. I'll go back and watch it. Yeah, did you catch anything? What's up, Cuddy? What's up, 84 Cuddy? Is Chris on here? No, I didn't see Rust Metal Garage. What's up, buddy? You good? No. Hey, they say we need at least 30 to 45 minutes of vitamin D from the sunshine every day to keep a very optimistic encouragement so we don't get into seasonal depression. Well, Scoot, I believe you. If you say that's what it's designed for, I believe you, but yeah. So we at 20 minutes. So I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Like I say, new tool alert. I can't wait to get I can't wait to get some, I might even go get some nickel. I might even go get some nickel. I might go get some pieces of nickel brake lines and just make something to see. Just to try it out. I'm gonna get serious with you guys, okay? I really appreciate every single one of you. I really appreciate I really enjoy going live every day to give you guys some type of content. I really do. It's like one of my highlights of my day to come on here to go live and show y'all some stuff and this content in general, whether it's about cars or building frames or be doing audio or sanding or talking about bullfrogs or cutting wood or mowing the grass or tending to the chickens or whatever. But I haven't been getting notifications or any of your videos lately. I don't. 87SS said YouTube was going crazy, man. He said the other day he texted me and said that. Interesting. I don't know. I'd have to look into that and see. I don't know. I don't have no. I'm in good standing. I don't have anything. I don't have no bad marks or nothing. Everything's good. I don't know. But like what I was saying before, I really appreciate. I mean, I'd go live all day. I mean, I'd flip my phone on and go live all day because I don't have nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to hide. I do the exact same thing I do on camera I don't do on camera. But you can't go live. If you go live like long time, there's nobody gonna go back and watch it. So they say, 30 to 60-minute lives, and most people's not even gonna go watch those lives, but I really love your content. I'm about to get real with you. I'm about to get like seriously, like Cuddy said, you have to turn off all your notifications and cut them back on. I came on today because you told us early, so I watched time. Yeah, Cuddy, I wouldn't get nothing to Cuddy. I wouldn't get nothing to Cuddy's alerts, and I had to do the same thing. I had to unsubscribe from Cuddy and then resubscribe and then re-hit the notification thing so I could get his alerts. And I actually done the same thing with Tulu. I done the same thing with 87. I done the same thing with Build on a Budget because I know Bill posts every day too, and I wouldn't get none of his alerts. And I was like, man, and I'd have to go look and it says he posted a video, and I was like, I didn't get nothing. But yeah. So let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you this, and then we're probably gonna check out. I don't know. If it kicks you out, if it kicks you off from being a mod, I'll add you back. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. Unsubscribe and resubscribe. If it kicks you out from being a mod, I'll add you back. It ain't no. I mean, do we come? I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't know. We're all in it together. I don't know. But I really, really appreciate every single one of you. I really do. And then the ones that come back every single day to hear the shenanigans and all the stuff. And I got the Wi-Fi set up today in the booth. So now I got Wi-Fi down there. I got a modem down there. I got that working. So I went live today in the booth. So it seemed like it didn't have no glitch. Scoot said it was working good. I checked my speeds. My speeds was going pretty good. So we should be good there. If I have any kind of glitch or any kind of pause, I'll add some Wi-Fi boosters or something like that, because I want to be able to go live in the booth spraying so you guys can actually see that too. Y'all good? Everybody good? Because once I start what I'm about to say, I'm going to end up finishing what I got to say, and then I don't know what's going to happen after that. So everybody good? Give me a thumbs up. We hit 3,000 subscribers. That's the first thing. So I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you. We hit 3,000 subscribers. And when Tulu gets back from his vacation, he's going to help me one day next week or whenever he can, so we can give the toolbox away and the tumbler cups. I got them dropped off, so they're getting laser etched. I got a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of stuff going on, a lot. I got to make deliveries. This week's going to be crazy. This week's going to be crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. It's going to be like super full throttle. Turkey season's coming. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. So y'all know I went live earlier today about the Jeep. I've had the Jeep. I give the Jeep to my oldest son, and I put it on there. You know, he didn't want to drive it, whatever. So I took the tags and the insurance off of it. I drive it here on the farm or whatever. And then he came up to me and we got to talking about it. And we came to the decision that if we sold the Jeep, we could take the monies from the Jeep and put it into his truck. And he's been paying for a lot of parts on his truck. My kids are not on social media. So he's been paying for parts for his truck, and I just been doing the labor. Okay. So that was the plan. And I've had a lot of people call me about the Jeep. Want to trade side-by-sides, dirt bikes, motorcycles, cars, trucks, boats, jet skis, just all kinds of stuff. And nobody's really been like, like really, really serious. I got a couple people that's like serious. I got one guy from Key West, Florida that really wants it. And then there's a couple other people that really want it. So with that being said, there was a guy last weekend that was supposed to come look at it, and he never showed up. And he kind of drug me on all day. And it pretty much shot my day whole of crap because I was waiting for him. So that kind of pissed me off. So then this other guy, he wanted the Jeep, and we got to talking this, that, whatever, and I was just like over it. I was like, whatever, man, whatever. Then this guy has been pretty serious, like every day. Hey man, Jeep still for sale? Yep. This, like, yep. I can't come during, I can come on the weekend, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. So I got the Jeep out. I cleaned the Jeep up again. I had it serviced before. I checked everything. We flushed the radiator out this morning. I done that. I checked the oil. The brakes has been rebuilt. New brakes, new master cylinder, new booster, new fuel system. Well, fuel pump, or not fuel pump, but fuel filters and stuff like that. Oil's been changed. Basically a good service, right? Like $1,400 worth of service, to be exact. It's a 93 YJ with a 1985 Mercedes-Benz turbo diesel, 5-speed, 4-wheel drive, everything works. It's got Kevlar tires on it, 33 1250s. I've had that Jeep for a pretty good while now. I've had it probably 10 years or a bit. I did the swap. Me and some buddies, we did the swap. And the guy shows up to get the Jeep. Yeah. The guy shows up to get the Jeep. And I was actually stripping the hood on OG6. He comes up, he looks at the Jeep, and I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I got this overwhelming pressure. Like, my anxiety went through the roof. I had all these emotions. It was like, and I'm still this way right now. It was just like a floodgate of all this emotion and feelings and all this stuff just come pouring in like the Niagara Falls, man. And somebody's probably gonna say, oh man, just, grow up or something. Well, I don't know. And they crank the Jeep, they're looking at the Jeep, he's looking over it, and I'm actually standing pretty good ways away from him, and I don't want to sell the Jeep. Me and Owen, we've been fishing in that Jeep. We went to the beach in that Jeep. We went duck hunting in that Jeep. We went riding in the creek in that Jeep. We've went camping in that Jeep. We've been stuck in the mud in that Jeep. I drove it all the way to the Outer Banks to kill a tundra swan, and I drove it all the way back, and then Owen died later that day. Just a lot of emotional craziness. And I was talking to a good buddy of mine. And I was telling him, I said, man, I got all these memories with Owen in the Jeep, and Owen's not here. Owen's not here. So Owen died January 28, 2019. So my little boy died, and we had all this stuff in the Jeep. We went to the beach in the Jeep. We went fishing in the Jeep. We shot ducks in the Jeep. We went dove hunting in the Jeep. We went deer hunting in the Jeep. We went turkey hunting in the Jeep. I killed a tundra swan the morning and then drove all the way back from the Outer Banks, and then 7 hours later, Owen died. So it was like, I didn't want to get rid of the Jeep. I didn't want to get rid of the Jeep. So I told the guy, I said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I changed my mind. I don't want to sell the Jeep. And he said, what? So I told him, I said, this is why I don't want to, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be this bad to sell the Jeep. And he looked at me and he said, I understand. And I went and talked to my wife about it. And she said, you do whatever you need to do. And I said, okay. So he's still here, the guy's still here. And he's out there looking at the Jeep, and I'm in here, sanded. And I'm just thinking about it, you know, I canceled the tags on the Jeep. I canceled the insurance on the Jeep. I just ride it here on the farm. I ride it on the property. I ride it to town, no insurance, no tags, I don't care. And I know if you don't do anything with vehicles, they go downhill fast. They're gonna go downhill fast. Then I got to thinking about it. If I did sell the Jeep, I could take the money from the Jeep and that would help build my oldest son's truck, which is the square body, that's his truck. We could put that money into his truck and move a whole lot faster on his truck, and then get it to where we pretty much already got all the big expenses. Now the stereo system is gonna cost him, and then tier is gonna cost him. But the labor, I'm doing all the labor for free. And so I come in here, and I prayed about it. I talked to Owen about it. And then some time went by, it felt like forever. The guy come in here and he said, I'll give you what you asked him for the Jeep. Even though there's a few things that need to be fixed, I'll give you what you asked him for the Jeep. If you want to sell it, I got the money. And I just looked at him and I said, I don't know. And then a few minutes goes by. It felt like a few minutes, but it felt like an hour, but a few minutes go by and I said, okay, deal. I don't want to ever see the Jeep again. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear nothing about the Jeep. Don't send me no pictures. And this guy don't live close to here. He lives far off, so the chances are I probably won't ever see the Jeep. I said, I'll write you a receipt. It's as is. It's done is done. And I'm not even going to come out there and help you load it up. And he said, fair enough. So we signed the title and notarized it, and I wrote a receipt, and he signed the receipt, and I took a picture of his driver's license, and I sent him on his way. So that's why I'm in the dumps. So Yeah, TJ, like seeing kids at the grocery store and stuff and parents mistreating them and stuff, that's a trigger for me. People saying, I wish I had a free weekend for my kids. I need a break for my kids. That's a trigger for me. Stuff like that. But I'll be all right. It'll take me a few days. I'll snap back. I didn't think selling the Jeep would affect me the way it affected me. And some people was gonna say, hey man, it's just a vehicle. Yeah, it's just a vehicle. So, and at one time, I was gonna sell my 54 Bel Air, but after the day, that ain't never gonna happen. My kids will sell that when I'm dead and gone. And then the Trailblazer SS, that's my wife's. We brought Owen home from the hospital and that when he was born, so that's never for sale. My 2015 Silverado, I got that after Owen passed, so that doesn't bother me. I'd sell, I couldn't replace it, but it don't have it don't have that attachment to it. I got a pickup truck, a 2000 Nissan pickup truck I bought when I was in the Navy. I've had it for 25 years, so I'll keep it. But I'm real, man. I promise you, I'm real. I'm the same way every day. If you was here, asked 87. He's met me in person. I'm the same person. I don't sugarcoat it. If you want sugar, go buy you a box of fucking donuts. So, yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, all of Owen's toys, everything in his bedroom's the same. His clothes are hanging up in the closet. Nobody bothers him. You can still smell him. His boots is still beside the bed on my side. Nobody bothers him. You can still smell his feet. It's little stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I had several people locally that wanted to buy the Jeep, and I couldn't sell it because I didn't want to see it every day, that's like, you don't want to see that trigger every day. But everybody has bad days, you know what I mean? Even I got bad days. I hit the door running. I hit the shop every day, 5:30. And I stay out here to, I'm back and forth in and out of the house, checking on stuff, checking on this, checking on that. But I'm usually outside working or something 400 hours in a month. Think about that. There's 160 work hours. There's 160 work hours. There's 160 work hours in a month, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 for a normal human being. All right? So if you go to work every day and you clock in and you work 8 hours a day and you work 40 hours a week, 40 times 4 is 160. I clock in and clock out about 400 to 450 hours a month. $400 hours a month. So when you see me grinding, I've always worked like this. I've worked like this since I was 10 years old. But when Owen died, I worked even more to drown out the white noise. You know what I mean? And there's some people, that, they go to drugs and they do this and they do that and they use that for an excuse. But I don't do drugs. Never have. I've drunk enough. Now I was in the Navy. Y'all gotta understand. I drunk enough alcohol. We could fill this building up like 10 times. And I'm not ashamed of it. I won't say nothing, and I might have a little drink here and there, but that's about it. So, I might drink one here, drink one there, but this, no meds, no nothing. The VA wants to put me on meds. I don't take anything, none of that stuff, man, none of that stuff. I just focus and work and work and work and work and work and work and work. That's all I know is to work and work. So my accountant says, you work 400 hours in a month. $400 hours in a month. So you think about that. 160, that's 320. All right? No, yeah, 320. So I'm working 2.5 to 1. 2.5 times the 1. So when you work 1 month, I'm already 2.5 months ahead of you. And I still feel like I need to be doing more. So when I say I appreciate every single one of you, I really appreciate every single one of you. I don't say that lightly. And here's something else that really, really gets me, man. It really gets me. I got total strangers that will text me to check in on me. I got total strangers that will text me on the day that Owen died and say, hey, man, I know today's a tough day. I know next week's going to be a tough week. I know you buried Owen 2 days after your birthday. If you need me, holler. Right? And then they'll text me on his birthday. Total strangers. But my own damn family won't even check on me. My own damn family won't even check on me. My mama, my sister, my daddy, nobody. I got a friend, his name is Derek Pickney. He's on here. I met him, he's an Army dude. I met him in 2008, 2009. He is a big son of a bitch. He is a big silverback fucking gorilla. And I say that with the most absolutely respect. He is a big corn-fed mofo. And me and him have been friends. Even though he's in the Army, we have been friends since 2008. We text each other every single day and do a brother check-in every single day. His book comes out next month. He's a Purple Heart recipient. He has a prosthetic eye. You need to get his book. He comes out April 5th. I don't like reading, but I'm going to read his book and I'm going to push it. But let me tell you something. Out of all the people that I could remember that showed up at Owen's funeral at the church, Derek lived at the time he moved back to Colorado Springs. And there's a lot of people that was there that, that whatever. But when I stood up at the bullpit and I said some things for Owen, and I don't even remember, and thank God that a friend of mine asked me to record it, and I said yes. And I've never went back and watched it. And Owen died in 2019, and I've never went back and watched it. But he recorded everything, the funeral, everything, so we could have it. And I'm standing up there at the bullpit, and I got everything that I wrote down that I was going to talk about Owen and my other boys and everything. And I look up in this church, and it looked like it was 900 miles long to the back of the door. It looked like I was looking down a tunnel at this church. And there was my friend Derek. He was standing at the back. He checks on me every single day. And I check on him every single day. If he don't text me by 9 o'clock in the morning, I've already texted him, but he still works for the government. So some of the jobs that he does, he's on black site. So sometimes he goes a few days, but he gets to me when he gets to me, right? But I have on my own family, like my dad, he drives by my driveway every day. Don't stop. My mom. My sister. They don't stop. They don't come check on my boys. They don't check. I could be dead in the house and they wouldn't even know. They don't even stop. That's what's crazy, man. You got family members that are blood that don't even check on you. And then you got people that are complete strangers that will reach out to you. Like Build on a Budget. I just met Build on a Budget. And I guess he seen it in one of my videos or whatever. I just had started. And in June 19th, that's Owen's birthday, Build on a Budget texted me that morning. It was like 8, 9 o'clock that morning. And he didn't know me from Adam's Hat Cat. And he texted me that morning. And he says, "Hey, JG, I just want to let you know, me and Mrs. Built, we're thinking about you today." And I think it was Wednesday or something that day. And he said, we're going to do we're going to have at church, we're going to have like a congregation prayer for you and your wife and your boys, your sons. Bill didn't know me from Adam. He didn't know me from nobody, man. He didn't know me from nobody. But then I got people that I deal with all the time that they don't even check on me at all. I don't know. So I guess that's what hurts the most. You know what I mean? Is, you know, people we expect the most out of, we get let down the most. You know, it says in the Bible, God said, don't put faith in man, put faith in him, because man will let you down every time. We don't mean to. We're just human. That's our nature. So, JG, there was a point in time we all didn't know you. So I don't know. That's what's wrong with me. I'll get it. When Owen died, I didn't hit a lick for a year. I didn't open the door to my shop. I did what I needed to do, but I didn't do nothing for a year. Nothing. Lived on my savings for a year. And I don't like that. I gotta stay motivated. I can't stay idling. If I don't stay busy, my brain will go down the rabbit hole and I will go to a very dark place. And it's like you tied the Titanic anchor to my leg and chunked me into the black water, and the damn Kraken is down there waiting on me. So, but anyways, again, I'm rambling. I'm a little bit in my feelings for selling the Jeep. I went in the house to fix me something to eat. I told the wife that I was coming out here, I'm gonna go live, do a tool review. And she said, you still upset? And I said, I'm probably gonna stay upset. It is what it is. So, I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. If you stick around, that's great. If this is too much for you and you have to show yourself to the door, I understand. So no, you mentioned the field trip. You, Budville, mentioned a field trip. I said, where we're going. So, hold on, I missed something. What's up, Kyle? Did I miss anything? I don't see anything. Known you for a long time, but just got to know you a little better and talk to you some recently. What's up, Kyle? Come see me, Kyle. Come see me. I appreciate everything. I work every single day. I work 7 days a week. I work 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 hours a day. I hit the shop at 5:30, and I'm usually in here until 12, 1 o'clock at night every day. And then I walk home. Then I go inside and I take a shower. I eat. Peanut butter jelly sandwich is really delicious. And a big old glass of milk. I play a couple video games until I can't hold my eyes open no more, and then I crash. And then I'm right back up at 4:30, 4:45. I take a shower, and I do it right again. What's up, Kyle? I know you. Yeah, bring them. Budville, I don't get paid. I have not got a check since 2020. Well, 2019. 2020. I don't get paid. And you probably don't understand that. But I don't get paid. I clock in, I clock out, I send my stuff to my accountant. My accountant takes care of it. Everything's set up where he pays the bills and that's it. But do I get, yes, I'm a business owner right there. I don't get a check. I don't get a check. Yeah, peanut butter jelly sandwiches and video games and a big tall glass of milk. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What we playing tonight? JG, I'm in your shop every day and mine. I appreciate you, Ray. Well, I mean, everybody does it different. I mean, I got the pink lemonade. What about the grape Kool-Aid, baby? Don't forget about the grape Kool-Aid. Don't leave the grape Kool-Aid out. And I'm not talking about that Dollar General Kool-Aid neither, baby. I'm talking about the real deal Lucille with the daggone gator on it. With the daggone thing. If there's sugar involved. There's some people, Budville, that there's some people that get a check every week. And Roman there's people that get checks every week. I've had one guy says, "You don't get a paycheck every week?" I said, "No." And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Why?" He said, "Dude, you need to pay yourself." And I'm like, "I'm good. My bills are paid for. I got food in my belly. I got gas in my vehicles. My kids got clothes on their back. I don't need to get a paycheck." Oh yeah, these are sugar. I drink a bunch of these. These are sugar free. So I don't get a check. I don't need a check. I don't need a check. Yeah, I don't get a check. Now, if I do some little side jobs or something and somebody pays me cash, you know, I still turn it in, but I mean, I might keep a little bit here, but, oh, you're gonna get taxed every time. I pay 33% on, all right, so let me put it to you like this. I pay 33 cents on every dollar that I make. Every dollar that comes through that door right there, I pay 33 cents on a dollar. 33 cents on a dollar. So every dollar that I make, Uncle Sam gets 33 cents of it. So you might as well round it up to 40. So you might as well round it up to 40. 40 cents of every dollar that I spend, or every dollar that I make, 40 cents goes to taxes. I did this the other day. The bill has to be paid. A tax bracket thing. I did it on the wall. I did a video a while back, and the bill has to be paid. And it is what it is. Hey, look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, I know we're going down a different direction. I'm going to tell you right now, I got some buddies that, you know, because we're still under the Biden administration tax bracket. Trump's bracket don't kick in until later on. It's not kicked in, okay? A buddy of mine told me the other day that he done really, really good last year, and he had to pay $25,000 in taxes. $25,000 in taxes. Now, he pays his taxes quarterly. So he pays his taxes every 3 months. He has an accountant, and he's had that accountant for 20 years. On December 31st, he told him, he said, "You need to go buy something." He's like, "Dude, buy what?" He said, "Buy a truck, buy something, buy a boat, buy some land, do something, buy something." He's like, "Dude, I can't." He's like, "If you don't buy something today, December 31st of 2024, if you don't buy something today, you're going to pay like 20-some thousand dollars in taxes because of the tax bracket, the Biden tax bracket." I don't know And what I'm saying is, I don't know what the bracket was. I don't know what it is. All I know is my buddy told me he had to bust out his checkbook and wrote $25,000 in taxes. $25,000 in taxes. That is crazy. And he made less than $200,000 before. That's what he brought in. But you got deductions, you got this, you got that, you got this, you got that, you got this. He said $25,000. And he said, dude, I thought I threw it up. He said, I'm going to throw up. Yeah. And then there's a guy I talked to the other day. He told me he made $175,000 last year. He said he had to pay $21,000 in taxes. And he does his taxes every quarter. And he said, I had deductions out the ass and couldn't use all my deductions. They said you had to spread the deductions over like a 5 or 7 year period. And he's like, 5 or 7 years? And I was like, yeah. Crazy, man. No. Ray, he had to pay $25,000 for the whole. He'd already paid every 3 months. He already paid his taxes every quarter, right? So he paid them every quarter. At the end of the year, he had to pay an additional $25,000. I don't know what you're asking me. JG, just asking the pros, silicone lubricant for caliper pins. Scoot, you see that question that Bud Bill just asked? Silicone lubricant for caliper pins. Is that what you're putting in it? Oh, yeah, Ray. Yeah. So my taxes are not done yet, but I turned all my stuff in, and my accountant told me the other day, he says, man, I'm doing all I can do so you don't have to pay. I said, I have to pay. He said, I'm doing everything I can do legally where you don't have to pay. And I do my stuff quarterly. Every 3 months, I pay every 3 months. And I actually pay more. You know, we throw in just a little, like 3% more. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. So if you think about it, man, and we have to charge taxes. I have to charge tax on labor rate. So my hourly rate, I have to pay taxes on my hourly rate now here in North Carolina. So, and then if somebody pays with a credit card, or debit card, they get charged 3.9% transaction fee. Then the bank charges 2% for me to get my money. So the bank charges 3.9% for you to swipe your credit card, transaction fee. Then it takes 2 to 3 days for the money to post. Then when the money gets transferred to my business account, I have to pay 1.9% transaction fee to get my money. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense. Then the software that I use to do my billing, it says, do you want to raise the price to cover the transaction fee? So let's say I charge something $25. It takes away, I pay 2% off of $25. That's what they charge me to give me my money, right? So then if you click on the thing, I told the woman on the phone, I said, so if it's $25 and you're going to charge me basically 2% to get my money. She said, yeah, so you have to hit increase price to cover for fees. So if we increase to $25, because that's what my part, if this thing is $25, I'm not going to get $25. I'm going to get 2% less than $25 because you're going to take 2%. Plus you're going to take 3.9% if they use a credit card. So basically you're getting 6%, right? Plus we're paying 7% sales tax. So that's 13%. She says, yes. I said, so if we raise this price up 2% to cover the fee, then it's 2% of the raise fee, so you're actually getting more money, right? No, we're just raising the price so you actually get $25. I said, okay. Good luck. I said, okay, whatever. But you don't think 2% is not really that much, but let's say you do $100,000 in sales in a year. 2% of $100,000 is what? That's what the bank took to get your money. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Then you get your paycheck. Then you go to Walmart and you buy groceries. Now you're paying 5% on groceries. All right. Then you go over there to the gas station and you get gas and you're paying tax. You're paying sales tax. You're paying a North Carolina road tax on top of gas. And then when I get my power, I mean, it's everybody. I mean, I'm not bitching and complaining about it. I'm just, it's crazy. It's crazy. So if you get your power bill, say your power bill's $200, that's what your power bill is at the top. But then at the bottom is $480. And you're like, how did it go from $200 to $480? Well, you got line activation fee, you got hazard weather fee, you got this kind of fee, you got transaction fee, you got administration fee, you got, I run out of toilet paper fee. I had, all these fees and stuff adds up, and 911 fee, you got this, and then there's another fee on there, and this and that, and the bill comes up, and you're like, dude, I just added up, there's $150 in fees, but what's the fees? Well, this is for this, and this is for that, and this is for this, and this is for that. I said, but my power's only $200. Yeah, but you got all these fees. Damn it, boy. Okay, man. So if I done my billing and I put, okay, I got 10 hours of labor and then I got my hourly rate. And then I had this woman says, well, you need to charge administration fee. So if it took you 30 minutes to write the bill out, then you should charge 30-minute administration fee. And then you should charge a processing fee. I'm like, if I do that, I can't charge that. Why? Everybody else does. Ooh, lava lamp. I don't know, boys and girls. If the only rich paid their... Well, here's the thing about that, TJ. The rich don't own anything, so how can they pay taxes if they don't own it? Bet you didn't know that, TJ. The rich don't own anything. The rich don't own anything, so how can they pay when they don't own nothing? Amazon does not own anything. Jeff Bezos, he don't own anything. The buildings that Amazon are in don't even own them. He leases them. No, I'm not going to get into that on here because I'll probably get muted and probably whatever. The rich does not own anything. The rich, see, that's where we as peasants screw up because they didn't teach us that at school. You have to learn it the hard way. So everybody thinks, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I get it in my name. No, the rich don't do that. So what the rich do is they start businesses and then they run everything through the business. And then they're rich. Their worth is rich, but they don't own shit. They couldn't rub two nickels together. They don't have any money. So you can't say that if the rich pays, if so-and-so, like Elon Musk don't pay no taxes. He don't own shit, so why would he pay taxes? I mean, they do pay taxes. I mean, they pay a shitload of taxes, but for the money that they have, because the loopholes in the tax bracket. So if you want people to pay more taxes, then they need to change the tax law. The tax law book is like this thick, and that son gun changes every year. So you can't be mad at the rich for following the rules of the tax bracket, doing exactly what they said. That's right. The LLCs are incorporated. They don't. So I put it to you like this. LG DeWitt, long time ago, there was a trucking company right here in Ellerby called LG DeWitt. LG DeWitt had a bunch of trucks, thousands of trucks on the road, right? Thousands of trucks on the road. He owned nothing. The trailers that they used to carry the cargo with, whatever they were hauling in the tractor trailers, LG DeWitt did not own them. LG DeWitt Trucking did not own the trailers. LG DeWitt's wife owned the company that owned the trailers. And they leased the trailers to LG Trucking Company. So they didn't own anything. They leased it out to themselves, which is legal. It's part of how the businesses don't own anything. They lease it to themselves. So they might have another business, another entity, or a shell company that owns a piece of property. That piece of property leases the building to Amazon. Amazon pays the lease, and then that money goes over to this and goes over to that and goes over to that. Appreciate it, Cuddy. Appreciate it. So that's how the rich stay rich, because they don't own shit. So if you incorporate your name, I ain't even gonna get into it because it's a rabbit hole and I don't want to get flagged. But I know a guy right now. He told me, actually, he's got a landscaping business and a construction business. He does really, really, really well. He owns nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He has nothing in his name. He has no digital footprint. Nothing. Nothing. He has two businesses. He makes really, really, really good money. I think in his construction business, I think he made like 1.5 million last year. And his landscaping business, I think he almost made $1 million. But he owns nothing. He owns shit. He don't own nothing. But he's well off. And he told me, he said, one day if you want me to explain it to you, come by the house and we'll sit down and we'll cook out and I'll explain it to you. He owns nothing in his name. Nothing. There's nothing attached to his Social Security number. Nothing. Nothing. So, but anyways, boys and girls, that's what's going on. I got a new tool alert. I'm in my emotions because of the Jeep. I told Nathan, I said, we sold the Jeep. So I sold your Jeep. So he got the title. We signed the title. And I said, we'll use the money to put in the 86 in your square body and Nate Dogg, and then we'll go from there. Yep. Corporations own everything, so you're not allowed. I'm going to try to go tomorrow, Budville. I think it's still tomorrow, too. I think it's this weekend. I'm going to go. It's supposed to rain. That's why I didn't go today. Plus, I was in my feelings. I didn't go today. The wife wants me to get her some potting soil for some plants. We got to repot some plants, some cactuses and some lilies and stuff like that. And since it's raining tomorrow, I'll probably run by Harbor Freight and see what kind of coupons they got going on. So, oh yeah, 84 Cuddy. I'm glad you found out the short wire that was wrong on Sparrow. So, good job, buddy, good job. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for dropping by. If you stick around after all this, that's great. If you decide it's too much for you and you can't handle it, that's okay. ATMs, they got like 30%. Yeah, y'all stuck with me like a hair in a biscuit. I appreciate you, boys and girls. I really do. I know what that means at the moment. At the moment, they had like, yeah. I got the hood stripped. I got it epoxied. I hope y'all seen that. And this week's going to be a busy week. I might cook some chicken tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to cook tomorrow. I don't know. Cook something. I appreciate you, boys and girls. Remember I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace out.